So I was working with a gentleman in his contract that I was on recently. As a government contract, I was working for this American company here in South Korea, and I was brought on to be one of their project managers. And I was working with a gentleman. He was because he was the QC for the project. Now he's an older guy. Like he's in his 70s. Like he can really start collecting on Social Security, but he keeps talking about he don't want to collect on it right now. He's trying to delay it. So he's in his 70s. Now when I met the gentleman, he told me he was married to a Korean woman. I was like, okay, cool, no big deal. He kept like dropping a little more details about his relationship, and at first I didn't really care. Honestly, I was like, look, okay, like I'm happy. This dude in his 70s, he came to Korea and got him a Korean wife, which I thought was rare. But then he said his wife she's 50. That's okay, that makes sense. She's older. She never had kids. She ain't never been married. And she got lucky and she came across this dude. He's 70 some years old. He making good money. She made it come up, right? And he looks old. If he looks like a raisin, that's how he looked. He didn't age well at all. Me and him got in a conversation about visas. Now I was talking to him. I was like, hey, look, I'm working on my visa because I have my daughter. My daughter's half Korean, and because I have custody of my daughter, I can apply for a visa that allows me to stay here in Korea and take care of my daughter. So I was talking to him. I said, look, you're married. You should have no issue getting your visa. You would be a spouse to your Korean wife, and she can sponsor your visa. And then he was like, oh well, me and her had to go get married. I said, wait, I thought you said y'all was married. He was like, well, not on paper. You told me you bought a house for her, but she's not your wife. He's like, no, yeah, I bought the house for her. I bought the house with my money. I put it in her name. Now, fam, let me tell you something right now. The average cost for a house, and when we're talking about a house, we're really talking like a condo, not a house. But they call it house. We're talking like a condo. So the average cost for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment select condo here in South Korea can range from $250,000 on. I even seen on up to $500,000. His girl does not work. She has no job. He is her financial backing, right? So far, he bought this woman a house with his money, put the house in her name. They're not married. She took some of his money, bought a brand new car, $30,000, paid out cash, brand new, fresh off the factory floor, put the car in her name. She can't even drive, and she has no job. So she goes to school. That he said, yeah, my girl goes to school. He's paying for her to go to school. This lady is 50 years old. I actually met the lady. She seemed nice, but when those two together, there's really like not no it wasn't like a. It wasn't like they not even like kind of like a hugging each other like how old people be all kind of cute. None of that. It was just her. She was there in like a Prada shirt. She had a Prada bag. My man out over here wearing fucking Salvation Army looking clothes, and his girl over here wearing designer. I'm like, man, couldn't be me. He's been working for this. He's worked for the company for a year. They've been paying him $10,000 a month. He's been having his paycheck deposited into her Korean bank account for a year. So I said, man, look, you too old to be this stupid. He's been depositing his $10,000 USD check into her Korean bank account. His name is on the account. They don't do joint bank accounts in Korea, even if you're married. So this man has been just giving all his. He's been like, this woman made it come up because she's 50 years old, never been married, no kids, not even had like no real skills because she's older now, but she made a come up. This man was her retirement. This man, and I asked him, I said, why you did all this? Guess what he said? He said, well, I can't take it with me anyways.